Sophia, help me write a draft FBA and BIP. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use School Psych AI to get you started, to get you a good 75% of the way there, writing a FBA and a BIP. Let's jump right in. You're going to head on over to app.schoolpsych.ai. Once you're there, here's what you're going to do. We're going to go to Studio Writer. Inside of Studio Writer, you're going to create a new Studio Writer thread. And you can just do student initials, you can do last name, first name, whatever you want to do. And remember, think of these Studio Writer threads as files. However you want to best organize it is completely up to you. Once you're in that Studio Writer thread, you're going to create a new template section. Now I'm going to add a section. We're just going to call this FBA draft. Click create, and then it's going to create that draft templated section for you. Once you have that section, now you can edit directly inside, just how you would a Word document. But here's where it gets cool. We're going to click Tools in the bottom center of your screen. Once you click Tools, you can search for tools, or you can go by role, profession. For now, we're going to search tools and just start typing. I started typing FBA, and then that tool popped up. We have an FBA and BIP generator, and this tool helps you to create a draft FBA and a draft BIP. It's going to ask you for student information, behavior concern, and context of that behavior. For the student information, you can include basic information that you have. That might include the student's strengths, their challenges, and some of their needs. You can see here, I just put in some basic information about this fictional student named Marcus, grade level, the diagnoses of ADHD, and just some basic information that we have. Now, the next thing we're going to do is to add in the behavior of concern. That's the main behavior that we want to target. I'm just going to go ahead and paste that in. In this example, we see that Marcus is repeatedly calling out, making inappropriate comments during whole group instruction, makes loud noises, and then just some basic data of asking to go to the school nurse with vague complaints 8 to 12 times per day. Yeah, Marcus is trying to get out of that classroom. All right. And then finally, we get some context of this behavior. Occurs primarily during independent work. We list the subjects, math and writing, which are subjects where Marcus struggles. He rarely does this during preferred activities like science experiments or read alouds. This increases significantly on Mondays after weekends. So we're providing some really, really useful information here. And any other context that you have, go ahead and put that information into that box of context of behavior. Now, and literally that had to be less than 10 seconds. You can time it, but in that amount of time, we see that we have a really nice draft FBA. It gives us a description of the target behavior. Here's the beautiful part about it, y'all. Once we input that information, we can come back, we can edit. That's already bold, but we can italicize, underline, we can highlight, whatever you want to do. It gives you the ability here in Studio Writer to continue editing that output. It gives us a description of that target behavior. It took just those bullet points that we had, gives us a nice introduction of the target behavior. It gives us the ABC analysis, the antecedents, the behavior, the consequence of what we see of Marcus, all right? And then it gives us a potential identified function. The primary function of Marcus's behavior appears to be attention seeking. His actions are more pronounced during challenging tasks and significantly decrease when he receives individual attention. And then, based on the information we provided, it gives us some environmental factors, academic struggles, presence of a sub, Monday blues following weekends. Come on now, Sophia, talking about Monday blues. And then family dynamics as well. Okay, very good. Because this is an editor, we can, again, edit, add in bullet points, whatever you want to do. And then Sophia gives us a draft BIP, a behavior intervention plan, all right? That includes proactive strategies, replacement behaviors, intervention procedures, a consequence framework, and then implementation guidelines. Again, because this is an editor, let's say that you don't want that FBA and BIP on the same page. I'm going to copy that, I'm going to delete, and then I'm going to add in another section here. Let's call this BIP draft. Create, and then we're gonna paste that back in here. Awesome, y'all. Now, if you click preview, we can see this entire document all at once. Again, because you can edit, let's say I want to jump back in. I'm going to actually delete this because I don't like it. Delete that. Going to go back to that preview section. And now we can see the entire FBA and BIP, any other sections all at a glance. And then let's say that you're not ready because this is a draft. Importantly, this FBA and BIP will serve as a draft that'll get you a good 75% of the way there. It is your responsibility to tweak it, to review it, to add in more detailed information, to personalize it, to ensure accuracy, and bring it the rest of the 25% of the way there. But then once you're comfortable with it, once it has that information, you can come back in. You can copy this, paste wherever you like, or you can export to a Word doc as well. And in just a matter of minutes, you have a really good draft to an FBA as well as a behavior intervention plan. Give this tool a try and let us know how it goes. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe for more videos. Until next time, take care everyone.